Good morning. Welcome back to another edition of Gary's Movie Emporium. Today's another Dollar Tree, and Grimey's looking forward to what I have to show. Let's get started, Grimy. Next up, or first up, Killer Elite 4 feature film, Steven Seagal, Asian Connection. It has Wannabe on it, Yakuza Apocalypse, and Elimination Game, along with one starring Steven Seagal here, Asian Connection. It's not rated. It's from Momentum Pictures, and it's from 2016. This compilated disc here. The years vary in many of the movies. Asian Connections from 2015, The Wannabe from 2015, Yakuza Apocalypse is from 2015, and Elimination Game is from 2014. Yakuza Apocalypse is the longest of all these movies in here, so it's almost 2 hours on that one. But I was happy to get that. It's more Steven Seagal. Plus some pretty good bonus movies here. You got the actor who played in that show on CW. I can't think of what it's called. Legends of Tomorrow. The one that kind of comes off like Dave Bautista in that series. He's in a movie of his own called The Elimination Game. Dominique Purcell. And next up, I got a Yakuza Apocalypse by itself. It's also on this disc right here. It's the movie right there. But happy to get it singly as well. Probably better quality. It's directed by Takashi Miike. Or Miike, something like that. It's rated R. 5.1, 2015. In the ruthless underground world of the Yakuza, Khmer is the legendary boss of the underlings. He is rumored to be invincible, but the truth is a vampire with superhuman powers. Khmer's most loyal underling, Kageyama, is seen as weak by the rest of the gang due to his sensitive skin that can be tattooed. When assassins aware of bosses Khmer's secret arrive from abroad, he is given an ultimate return to the international syndicate he left years ago during an assassination attempt against Khmer. He bites Kageyama and he passes on the vampire powers to the unsuspecting Yakuza. So this is a vampire film as well, so in case you didn't know that. Didn't have that vibe, I just thought it was a kickboxing. Yeah, I mean, it does have kickboxing, but I thought it would have more. I didn't think it'd have anything more than that, is what I. But that's pretty interesting. They threw a vampire twist in that one. Next up, award-winning actor Adrien Brody and Academy Award nominee Selma Hayek Pinhalt. We all know her as Selma Hayek, pretty much, not the last name, but this is called September of Shiraz, based on true events. It's PG-13. It says it's from Momentum Pictures. It does have a Millennium logo here as well. It's from 2015. It's based on true events. September's of Shiraz tells the harrowing tale of an affluent family whose lives are turned upside down in the wake of the 1979 Iranian Revolution, when Isaac is suddenly arrested and taken to a secret prison. His wife is left to make sense of what has happened and must somehow secure Isaac's release and her family's safety. Special feature behind the scenes. So really basic, bare bones features on this one, but there's the back with Adrien Brody there. It always reminded me of Roy Scheider. I don't know if anybody else get that vibe from him. He looks like Roy Scheider a little bit in the face, uh, which is good because I really miss Roy Scheider in acting. He is a great actor as well. Then I got Spy Cat. Addison Rae is Spy Cat. One secret mission, one possum adventure. This is a kid's Viva. It's rated PG. It's widescreen, 85 minutes. Marnie, a pampered house cat, trades a life of luxury for a new adventure as a private eye. With help from new friends and her favorite detective TV shows, Marnie sets out to solve a mystery and prove she's more than just a house cat. Kind of has that Spy Kids kind of thing to it, kind of going on with, I can't remember. That one with Will Smith kind of has that spy. I don't know if it's just called Spies. I can't remember. They have so many different spy movies. It's hard to remember a lot of the names, but kind of has an animated spy feel to it as well. The plot and all that. Kind of think they should kind of stay away from spies and animated films for kids because kids kind of get confused by, the reason for being. And I don't know. I think that kind of delves into like older children territory. Kind of eliminates the younger crowd. You know what I mean? And next up, I got a movie starring Sarah Jessica Parker, Raul Bova, Claudia Cardinale, Rosie Day, and Paz Vega. Sometimes first love needs a second chance. And this is a slip here. Notice that had a slight, I don't know if you could see it in the, yeah, right there, see it above the L? It has a slight crease in it. I didn't like that, but it's the only one I saw with a slip here. Just wish they'd be a little bit more careful. I know they get moved around a lot, but it's not like it's socks in a box that they're moving around. They should learn how to be a little bit more careful. People buy these, 92 minutes. It's PG-13. It's from Momentum Pictures. Pretty much like any movie ever about true love here. It's probably about the same as anything you'd find on Hallmark when it isn't Christmas season, so really isn't worth mentioning in my eyes. But I did pick it up. I think I more or less got it because I thought Angie would like it. So, and next up, I got from the BBC Casper Lee and Joe Sugg. Joe and Casper hit the road. 7 days, 2,000 miles, and one brain cell. I have no idea what. It just says they hit the road in America here. So I don't know if it's a couple of English actors who... I don't know if I read that it's Casper Lee and Joe Sugg, in case I didn't mention that. I'm not really sure what's going on in this one. Joe and Casper are upping the ante with a new, bigger, and braver road trip across the United States. This time the boys will travel 2,000 miles competing against each other on a bigger scale, but can they really earn their stars and stripes with the challenges they face along the way? From American footballers and ranch hands to astronauts and competitive eaters, who will be crowned the All-American winner of Hit the Road USA? No experience, no plan, no problem. The extras contain outtakes, deleted scenes, and bonus scenes in this as well. So this is directed by Brian Klein and produced by Ian Brown. 79 minutes on this one, 5.1. That pretty much wraps up the Joe and Casper Hit the Road here. And, the basics of what to expect if you open this. But, that's Joe and Casper. Like I said, I know nothing about those characters. Maybe they're really huge in the UK. I have no idea. Colin Farrell, Jessica Brown Finley, and Russell Crowe here. Winter's Tale. I remember when this hit theaters. I just don't really, fell off the movie scale here for me. I didn't. Yeah, it isn't really in my realm anyway. I think it's a love interest one here, but I thought I had to pick it up. It's from 2014, and yeah, it says it's a love story worth fighting for. Uh, it's from Warner Brothers as well. If I neglected to mention that, letterbox widescreen format presentation. Um, they said they used the aspect ratio of its original theatrical presentation as well, so give you that theatrical presentation when you watch it, I guess. And there's the back. I don't know if you can see it too good because the looks perfect for this time of year, though. I think it has like winter backdrops and things like that in it. And then I got an action triple feature here. 3 mega action blockbusters. The first one stars Mary Louise Parker, who played in Weeds. Ving Rhames from Dawn of the Dead remake. Spencer LaFranco. Taissa Farmiga and James Woods. Jamesy Boy and Tessa Farmiga played in. She still probably does. I don't know. I haven't watched all the seasons, but she played in American Horror Story. And then I got movie starring Billy Bob Thornton and Ava Longoria, the Baytown Outlaws, and I don't know who stars in this last one. But it's called Rampage: Vengeance is Ruthless. And there's that one. This is a 4 digital media release here. They're all basically about an hour and a half. Jamesy Boy's a little bit more lengthy, but the other two are about an hour and a half. But there's the back. Then I got a horror film here, and then the rest after this are all Blu-ray. And when I'm done with the Blu-ray, that'll wrap up the Emporium 17 that I grabbed randomly this morning. Got him tongue-tied this morning. Curse of the Phoenix. Stay away from the water. Pretty happy with a lot of the horror there was on this one. I mean, I just wish there was a little bit more. This is from the BBC as well. Josh's nightmare begins with ghostly visions of beautiful Emily Carson, who haunts a 19th century sailing ship on which he leads historical tours. A daughter of the ship's long ago owners, Emily killed herself in 1850 after a disastrous romance, aiming to embellish his tour with her story. Josh digs for facts and finds more horror than he bargained for. Steel your nerves for graveyard revelations. Murder most foul and terrifying race to find the frightful truth before Emily takes fatal possession of Josh and the woman he loves. Basically, this is a paranormal mystery, more or less. On a ship, I guess. Yeah, it's a stay away from the water. Kind of hard when you're on a ship, though. Unless they came up with a ship that doesn't go on water, that is. That looks interesting. And then, like I said, these are all Blu-ray. And I'm finally kicked into the Blu-ray here, guys. I kind of did that on purpose, just so I didn't, show all the good stuff right off the bat here, because I got so many different titles. Got one here starring Robert Duvall, James Franco, and Josh Hartnett. Filmed by Academy Award winner Robert Duvall. Wild Horses, Nobody is Above the Law. I've seen this so much in different stores. I felt like I didn't grab it, and every time I saw it, I wanted to grab it. It's rated R. 104 minutes from E1, it says down here. Limited special features on here for a Blu-ray, but like I said, I don't get these for the special features. I don't really. That ain't my thing. I mean, I like special features, but it's not a barn burner if I don't get them. I just care mostly about the movie and the condition of the movie. Like, I really would rather get a movie that has a non slip cover that's kind of messed up and get one that doesn't have a slip cover at all. Than because I don't like slip covers that have imperfections because I just find myself staring at them. But sometimes it's better to just not get a slip cover in my eyes. And then next up, got a movie here starring Viola Davis and Jennifer Lopez. Lila and Eve, Torn by Loss, and Bound by Revenge. I don't really remember this ever playing in theaters. It's rated R for violence. It's E1. It's considered a thriller. 94 minutes on this. It has an interview with Jennifer Lopez, Viola Davis, Shea Wiggum, and Julius Tennant, and along with a trailer. It says it was a official selection from the Sundance Film Festival is on this as well. Viola Davis, a grieving mother whose son was killed in a drive-by shooting, attends a support group where she meets Eve, Jennifer Lopez, who has lost her daughter to street violence. when the police prove incapable of bringing those responsible to justice, Lila and Eve team up as vigilantes and take matters into their own hands. So I'm guessing this is kind of like a female Thelma and Louise meets Death Wish, if you would. The plot, they kind of combine the plot a little bit with the two girls that are teaming up, and then they're performing their own personal justice because of their daughter or their son being killed in a drive-by and the other being killed out of street due to street violence per se. But I can't say I really blame these two for what goes on in this movie based on what I'm reading. I mean, we don't know, what we'd do if our loved ones were killed, especially in that manner. It's just a hard, pill to swallow when you lose a family member, especially when it's not even remotely expected, like that. Just makes it all the more tougher. So I kind of get their plight here in this movie. And then next up, Meg Ryan, Timothy Hutton, Kristen Bell, and Justin Long. Serious Moonlight, directed by Cheryl Hines and written by Adrian Shelley. It says Meg Ryan is terrific. It's a love-hate comedy, and it's from Magnolia Pictures here. It's rated R. Approximately 84 minutes on this one. Like, I saw this quite a bit in the wave that we got this time around. Has several special features, and even has an HD net look at Serious Moonlight, and it's important that people pick this one up because HD net I don't believe is even, I don't know if it's even called HD net anymore. So I mean, you probably wouldn't even be able to get these interviews unless you do, or a backstage presentation of the making of this movie. I doubt unless you buy this disc here, I don't know if you'd ever get that feature on anything else. Maybe the DVD, but doubtful. But like it says, it has the HD net special look at Serious Moonlight. And then next up, I got a Blu-ray double feature for a Guy Ritchie film here called Rock and Rolla and Swordfish with John Travolta, Hugh Jackman, Halle Berry, and Don Cheadle. Pretty happy with that. Don't know. No, I kind of remember Swordfish, but I don't really remember Rock and Rolla too well. It's rated R, as well as Rock and Rolla. I would imagine is probably rated R. I don't really see a rating, but I remember when not when this came out, but I remember Dark Castle was going to be a thing. They were going to release all these horror films and stuff, and I think that plan fell through. I think they spent a big budget on some of the movies they made, and I don't think they lived up to the box office. And due to that, I think they more or less fizzled those plans to go, with like a horror, like a franchise to kind of bring out every year or whatever. I just wish some of the horror moguls that start out with a plan to make all these horror films, I just wish they'd follow up with them at least to see where they go. Um, yeah, rock and roll is rated R, and so is Swordfish here. Rock and roll is 115 minutes, just shy of 2 hours, and Swordfish is an hour, a little over an hour and a half in this one. But they both have quite a few extensive special features on this one, so can't go wrong. You get two movies for inside one Blu-ray case here. I don't know if there are two separate movies or not, but don't really feel it. But not a big whoop. You can put a lot of content on Blu-ray disc too. So. And next up, I got an extended cut of the Melissa McCarthy comedy farce here. It's called Tammy. Theatrical and extended cut versions on Blu-ray disc, and theatrical only on DVD. So I take it this is probably 2 disc here. It's rated R. 97 minutes. It does have the theatrical and extended cut, if I didn't say that. Has a slew of special features on here. After losing her job and learning her husband has been unfaithful, Tammy, Melissa McCarthy, hits the road with her profane, hard-drinking grandmother, Susan Sarandon, on the trip of a lifetime. Yeah, I remember this. I'm not the biggest Melissa McCarthy fan, but she's won me over the years. Like, when she first started making movies, I just found her annoying. And then, I don't know, later on, when she started making some stuff that I really started enjoying, I started getting onto her bandwagon a little bit. I think she's funny. I just wish I would have liked her from the get-go. I got kind of sick of all the stuff she was playing in. But, now she's kind of won me over a little. But, looks kind of promising. I don't really remember much about it. I did see it, but I don't remember much about it. I just remember Susan Sarandon in it. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because I don't see her in a lot of stuff anymore. But, next up, I got from the visionary minds of Key and Peele, Keanu. Did see this as well. It's from Warner Brothers. It's from 2016. Limited special features. It's considered certified fresh by RottenTomatoes.com. 100 minutes on this one, and it's rated R, if I didn't say. It's pretty much self-explanatory, and I'm sure everybody's probably seen this by now. It's from the duo of Key and Peele. It stars Clarence and Rel, two cousins who live in the city but are far from streetwise. When Rel's beloved kitten Keanu is catnapped, the hopelessly straight-laced pair must impersonate ruthless killers in order to infiltrate a street gang and retrieve the purloined feline. But the incredibly adorable kitten becomes so coveted that the fight over his custody creates a gang war, forcing our two winning heroes to take the law into their own hands. It kind of has that, the two guys here pairing together, it kind of has that Abbott and Costello kind of feel mixed with an upbeat storyline, with street gangs and stuff. It just kind of, these guys kind of remind me of Abbott and Costello with their humor, in a sense, a little bit, because they team up, and you got the one guy that's kind of on the heavy side, and then you got the guy that, kind of pulls the team together a little bit. I don't know, it's just a vibe I get from these two. At least that's what I get. And then I got an extended cut of Jennifer Aniston and Jason Sudeikis, We're the Millers. Fake Family, Real Trouble. Theatrical and extended cut versions on Blu-ray disc and theatrical only on DVD. I saw this at the drive-in. I remember driving playing it so much that the owner had told my wife he's sick of playing this movie. It was really popular, I guess, but he was so sick of playing it because it was playing like for 2 or 3 weeks straight, and towards the end it started getting like a lot of people weren't watching it, they weren't staying for it, but it started out really popular, but he had to keep it. I don't know if there was a rule or whatever, but he was getting to the point he was getting sick of playing it. But I love this movie. I like the pairing, the chemistry of the four actors in this. Uh, it's from New Line Cinema. It's rated R, 110 minutes, along with the extended cut of almost 2 hours on this. It also is from Warner Brothers, if I didn't say. I was always hoping for a sequel. I don't think we'll get one at this point, especially due, COVID. Probably unlikely. And if we do, very limited release maybe, and probably straight to streaming services. So we'd be basically all but getting it for free. I mean, yeah, there's a steep price tag, but not versus going to the movies. You could have limited people watch the movie, right in your living room, and you wouldn't even have to go anywhere. But just kind of feel like the direct to video approach with movies that are theatrical is kind of a money loser in my eyes for the studios. So I don't know. I don't know how I would do it honestly, but I just don't know if I agree with doing that way. And then next up, and finally here, I got the third part in the very popular Spider-Man Sam Raimi series here. Spider-Man 3 it comes equipped with a digital ultraviolet. I don't know if it has a code in there or what it has, but really hard to see with the background here. Filmmaker and cast commentaries, Snow Patrol music video, bloopers, and a photo gallery. It's from Columbia Pictures. Let's see. Yeah, it has a array of special features for the sound and audio and stuff on the back. Not really. It's PG-13, but I'm not really seeing a running time on this one. Oh, okay, there it is. It's a little longer than I thought it was. Yes, this is 2 hours and 19 minutes on this Spider-Man. This was the weakest of the three, I thought, that Sam Raimi done. I didn't like the scenes where Peter Parker was singing and just randomly walking down the street and acting really goofy. I didn't really thought this was the weakest of the three movies. My favorite of the trilogy with Sam Raimi is probably part 2, just because I love that subway scene with the web with Spider-Man and Doc Octopus scaling the city buildings and stuff. It just looked really cool on film to see. I think that was my favorite one out of the three. And I think it actually had a better story than even part 1. And part one was pretty darn good as well. And this one just, I knew after I saw this, I was like, yeah, I think there's going to be backlash. And sure enough, after part 3, I want to say they, whatever you want to call it, rebooted Spider-Man series with Andrew Garfield. And once they did that, like, it even got worse for Spider-Man. I think Marvel coming in and swooping in and getting Spider-Man property here, kind of in conjunction with Sony, kind of reawakened the Spider-Man character up pretty good and turned things around for this character, which I was glad. Because that's what sometimes Marvel will do. They'll save a character that's probably not what it could be. And that's what they did with Spider-Man, which I was really happy they did because he's a cool character. But To me, Tobey Maguire will always be Spider-Man. And that's just my opinion. I don't know. I just prefer him as Spider-Man. But that wraps up the haul. And there's a final look at the back. What to look forward to if you haven't seen this yet. And if I spoiled some of the movie, I'm sorry. But that wraps up my video. And I'm going to be probably doing another Dollar Tree another day or two. I'm not sure on what. I never know when I'm going to. I probably ain't going to be tomorrow, though, because my wife works kind of a screwy shift tomorrow. But we'll see. And thanks for sharing any comments you've done, liking of the videos, and leaving, any feedback is very appreciated. And that pretty much wraps up everything. And getting close to 150 subscribers, and hopefully I can pass that 150 here in the coming month, and maybe I'll have another contest or something. We'll see. But Grimy says bye. See you later, guys. Bye.